Hi, it's Rob Warner here, and I just want to talk to you about a change that was made in Google AdWords recently. And you may have noticed it, you may not. So here's the deal. Every time you do a search in Google AdWords now, on your desktop computer, not on a cell, not on a tablet, on the desktop computer, you will see the search results look different now to how they looked a couple of weeks ago. So we're talking late February when this change was made. Prior to that date, what happened was when you did a search, you would see 3 Google ads at the top of the page, 7 down the right-hand side, and the organic results underneath the top 3 ads. It's been that way for a very long time now, many years, and variations of it. They've twisted it around a little bit, but not much. We now have 3 or 4 ads at the top, blank space down the right-hand side, and underneath the search results, the organics, another 3 results. So what are the implications of this? This is a big, big change for Google. So first thing, in terms of implications, number 1, there are 3 or 4 fewer advertisers on every page. That means you've got less competition but on the page, but you've got to fight harder to get your ads on the page. It also means that unless you're in those top 4 spots, which are above the search engine results, the regular organics, you're in trouble. Those bottom 3 spaces from all our data so far are really bad places to be. So the first thing we know is if you're in the top 4, it's good. You've got a good opportunity. You can do really well out of it. So let's dive into that a little bit more. What does it actually mean for us as business owners? It means if you were previously advertising on the right-hand side, then you need to think again, because that right-hand side as was is gone. There used to be a gradual fall off in traffic between position 3, 4, 5 and 6. You know, the percentage of traffic they would see used to just decrease gradually. It's like a nice gentle slope. It's no longer a gentle slope, it's a cliff. When you hit position number 4 or above and you go down the page, you've gone. There is no traffic or very, very little traffic down the bottom of the page. So we need to stay in top 4 positions. So you need to watch your bids, you need to watch your average results on a daily basis. You need to look out because now all those advertisers who are down the right-hand side have got a choice to make. They can either fight for top 4 or they can forget about that particular keyword. And here's what we're seeing happening. The better businesses are fighting. The ones with the good budgets, the ones with the good offers, the ones that present the landing page as well, they are fighting for those top 4 positions. So expect to be paying more for those top 4 positions. Those that aren't so good, the weaker competitors in any given market, they're disappearing. They're off the page, they're gone. So from your perspective, it matters that you keep that positioning just about right. So to be able to do that, you need to have something in place, and it's this. You need to be able to extract the highest value per visitor to your website in the market, because the business that is better able to convert website visitors into customers who pay more, the more you can afford to buy, the more aggressively you can outbid your competition. You can own the page. And this is a really interesting thing from Google's perspective. I think what this change actually means is Google are looking to sell ads to fewer but better and bigger customers. So the good businesses, those that have got strong offers that convert, that add value, that present them well, they will win. And you should be one of those businesses. It's your responsibility as a business owner to make sure you've got something awesome to sell, that you present it really well, and that it converts, and that you commit to that process. Because if you're not prepared to do that, why are you advertising in the first place? You've got to have something to bring value to the market. Then if your campaign's really well managed, you win, and you will win for a long time. Because now, if you're an advertiser that was down the page in position 4, 5 or 6 before, you could gradually work your way to the top. You could gradually creep up as you tested and think, you can't do that now. There is a chasm between position 5 and position 4 that is so difficult for a new advertiser to cross. So if you're the guys at the top and you're investing, you're making your offers better, you're making your conversions better, your testing program is good, your position is so much more easy to defend now than it was a couple of weeks ago. So don't forget the asset that gives you. That's a massive business advantage that you can get for a long time. So think about that. The other thing to say with this is, if you're not in that position, the world hasn't ended. This is desktop only, and desktop in many markets is less than 50% of the traffic. So just because you might struggle on desktop, mobile hasn't changed, tablet hasn't changed. So keep going with those things. There are lots of other opportunities like Gmail and YouTube. So just because you can't necessarily compete in this one small part of Google search, don't panic, it isn't game over. The game is just different and we need to handle that slightly differently. So one last thing to wrap this up. Why do we think Google have done this? Personally, I think it's a number of things. I think number one, they believe that the value of the clicks they're getting from the top 4 spots are worth more than positions 5 through 7 were previously. It's an economic bet. They're there to generate more revenue. Number two, they've cleaned the interface up and made it consistent with mobile. So if it's consistent with mobile, that worked on mobile because it's a small screen. But on desktop, it looks kind of weird. It's my bet that something's going to be coming on that right-hand side in the near future. So look out for a new type of search ad, probably some sort of feature, some sort of premium ad appearing on the right-hand side, selling big space. Also look out for Google going to a single page model. So like Facebook, where you scroll infinitely and there is never a page 2 or 3, you just scroll and scroll and scroll. Look out. I wouldn't be at all surprised if in the next couple of months Google don't go for exactly the same model, where it goes ad, organics, ads, organics, and it's just one long infinite scrolling page. Google Images already does that, so it wouldn't be a surprise. But the key thing is, have a well-managed campaign, make sure you have a great conversion and value extraction process in place to maximize your return on your ad spend. You'll be absolutely fine. And don't panic and think outside the box. Think of the other opportunities Google gives you and you'll be fine. That's it for now.